Hi everyone, I'm Lambda Space and welcome back to my channel for some Expo Foundations. Today's video is the third episode of my beginner's guide. In the last video, we have set up a basic refinery which has been the foundation for our empire. In this video, I will show you how do I grow up from there, following, well, the plan. But before getting into that, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give me a like and drop me a comment down below. Please tell me what you like and don't like, and what would you want to see in the future. I will try to keep that episode short, mostly because there is so much stuff to say about X4 Foundation's economy and how to manipulate it that I could keep going for 2 hours straight, easy. So, the short one. Here's the plan. Select a sector where you want to establish yourself. It has to be close, 1 or 2 sectors from minerals and gases. Further away will work too, but you will need to hire better managers, level 4 or 5, depend on the distance from minerals and gases. First, build a basic refinery, refine metals on silicon wafer, such as the one we built in episode 2. Second, build a solar plant in a modular way. For example, here's mine on how do I expand it. Third, build a SAG refinery, a superfluid antimatter cells graphene. On emphasis on graphene, you will need a lot of it. Fourth, build a micro smart chip factory. I mean, microchips and smart chips. Both are using the same materials. Note that for smart chip, I think you need 20 in reputation with Antigone to buy the blueprint. You could steal it instead. See my video on how to do it, by the way. Fifth, build a plasma QT factory. Plasma conductors and quantum tube. You will mostly need quantum tubes at first. Sixth, our first real money maker, a real part factory. You can't build enough of them. It will need to be scaled up big time. Just pay attention to your graphene feed and to a lesser extent the refined metal ones. But that one, scale it up big time. Seventh, the last building block, and for sure the biggest one, the Claytronix Factory. That one will be the hardest one to build, mostly because it needs lots of Claytronix. And your first goal, once built, is to immediately double it, then triple it before going further. Once you have those 7 kind of factories, you're almost there. You no longer depend on NPC factions to provide you building blocks, and you could build everything from within the same sector. By the way, you will notice that at some point you will need to invest in a couple of building ships just to have a consistent build time. As you have noted, I have everything in the form of template. Once you build a new factory, just save it and reuse that template when you expand to a new sector. It's so much easier. With those 7 factories as our base for that sector, we can now produce everything else. For those other production, I try to limit at 2 end products per factory. So here's my list, and I try to build them in that order to avoid bottlenecks. Advanced electronics on field coils, scanning arrays on turrets components, engine part. Next will be the advanced composite and antimatter converter, the weapon components on shield components, drone components on missiles components. In the end, you should have around 13 factories in each sector where you decide to invest in. Please note that I don't mention food supplies nor medical supplies. These are not mandatory to get an economy going. They're just nice to have. You could see one on the screen actually. In my current game, I've set up shop in Agon Prime, The Void, Holy Vision, and Trinity's Sanctum 7. As a backup plan for the argon, I've set shop in Gilding Star 7, but that's a long stretch. I need manager at level 5 to make it work. And if the Xenon take, they should do some of the Zyard sector, I may have some trouble to keep it running smoothly. So I will see. Follow that plan, and in a few days of game time, you will build your first wharf, then your first shipyard. Now that everything is set up, the only thing that you have to remember is to often scale up your factories. Take an hour or two every so often to take a look at each sector, inspect each of your factory, and see if there is a bottleneck. Increase the production of that bottleneck item, but you may need to increase something else down the chain to be able to do that. At some point, you will see, you will have huge factories with 20 to 40 production units. You will not produce massively those NPC factions. If you keep feeding them, you will notice that they will start to dismantle some of their own factories, since they never have shortages, so they want to be efficient, and they will dismantle some of them. That's the moment that you could have the biggest impact on the economy. You want to screw the HOP? Well, who doesn't want to do that? Well, stop trading with them while having your miners keep getting resources from their territories. At the same time, well, order dozens of ships from their warfront shipyards. You will immediately sell them at your shipyards. Anyway, credits mean nothing at this point. After a while, you will notice that the HOP are no longer as productive as they used to be. Even those inefficient argon are starting to get traction. Okay, now that you had produced everyone, you could start building destroyers, carriers, by the dozens. It costs nothing. Fighter and heavy fighter? By the hundreds. You need them for the carriers. You won't even break a sweat for that. You could go berserk and wipe all sectors. It will take some time, that's for sure. But you have now a limitless economy. And you are the one in control for the war ring. Oh, and one last thing. Don't kill the Xenons. Let the NPC faction deal with them. I will end this video here. You should have enough now to have a sound economy. From there, you could keep it growing for a while, then decide to manipulate it to slow down some faction and remodel the universe as you see fit. Or run it to its limit by declaring war to everyone and destroy all miners to ensure your supremacy. That's it for Foundation. It's a sandbox game. There is no limit at what you can do within the game. That's up to you. Good luck. Play safe. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and leave me a comment down below. I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, my friends.